Is AI going to take your job? It seems like everywhere you look, there are headlines screaming that AI will replace millions of workers, that your job will disappear in 5 years, or that students are studying all the wrong things. And if you're a student right now, that can feel pretty scary. So today, we're going to ask a much better question. Is AI actually replacing jobs, or is it changing them? In this video, we'll cut through the hype and fear-mongering. We're going to look at which jobs are truly at risk and which ones are a lot safer than people think. We'll also explore why AI is actually increasing the demand for certain skills and, most importantly, how you can prepare for an AI-driven future. No more panic, just clarity. Let's get into it. First, some context. This isn't the first time technology has shaken things up. Remember when ATMs started showing up? People thought bank tellers would disappear, or when spreadsheets were invented. Accountants were supposed to become obsolete. And what about tractors on farms or email replacing postal mail? In almost every case, the jobs didn't just vanish. They changed. Bank tellers, for instance, started focusing more on complex customer service and financial advice, things a machine couldn't do. The key thing to remember is that technology replaces tasks, not entire professions. To understand which jobs are at risk, we need to understand what AI is good at. It's not about being smart like a human. It's about specific skills. Think of AI as a super efficient intern. It's a master of repetitive tasks. Sorting thousands of documents? No problem. Analyzing massive spreadsheets for trends? It can do that in seconds. AI excels at recognizing patterns, processing enormous amounts of data, and following very clear, logical rules. For example, it can generate a first draft of an email, detect tiny flaws in a manufacturing line, or even spot patterns in medical scans that a human eye might miss. If a job involves a lot of routine, predictable work based on data, AI is going to be a game changer. But here's the flip side. What does AI struggle with? This is where it gets interesting. AI doesn't have a deep, genuine understanding of the world. It can mimic creativity, but it lacks true, purposeful originality. Imagine asking it to create a marketing campaign that truly connects with an audience's deepest emotions. That's tough for a machine. It doesn't possess real emotional intelligence or the ability to make complex human judgments that require empathy and life experience. It also lacks a solid grasp of real-world context and common sense. An AI might know the rules of the road, but it doesn't understand the subtle social cues between drivers at a busy intersection. So, when we look at which jobs are at risk, it's not a simple yes or no. It's about the tasks within a job. Roles that are heavily reliant on routine data processing, sorting, or simple rule following are more exposed to automation. Think data entry clerks, certain types of analysts who just crunch numbers, or basic customer service that follows a script. These are the areas where AI can step in and perform the task faster and more accurately. However, jobs that require creativity, strategic thinking, complex problem solving, and genuine human connection are much safer. Think of teachers who inspire students, therapists who provide emotional support, artists who create groundbreaking work, or leaders who need to navigate complex team dynamics. These roles rely on uniquely human qualities that AI can't replicate. The future isn't about AI replacing everyone, but rather about changing how we work. The key is to focus on developing the skills that machines can't master. Let's talk about jobs that are more likely to be disrupted by AI. This isn't about sci-fi movie scenarios. It's about understanding the practical changes happening right now. So what kind of jobs are we talking about? Think about roles that are built on three main pillars: repetitive tasks, clear and consistent rules, and limited need for deep human interaction. These are the perfect ingredients for AI to step in and lend a hand, or in some cases, take over completely. Let's look at some specific examples. First up, data entry. Manually typing information from one place to another is a classic repetitive task. AI can now scan documents, read text, and input that data with incredible speed and accuracy. Another one is basic bookkeeping. Tasks like categorizing expenses, reconciling accounts, and generating simple financial statements can be automated by smart software. This frees up accountants to focus on more complex strategic advice. We also have simple customer support. You've probably already interacted with an AI chatbot when trying to track a package or ask a basic question. These systems are getting better and better at handling those frontline routine inquiries, passing only the more complex issues to a human agent. Transcription services are another area. AI can now listen to audio and convert it to text in a fraction of the time it would take a person. And finally, think about routine report writing. Generating a weekly sales summary or a monthly performance dashboard? I can pull data from various sources and assemble it into a standard report automatically. Now here's a really important point I want to make clear. When we say these jobs are at risk, it doesn't mean they're all going to vanish overnight. That's not how this works. Instead, what we'll likely see is a shift. AI becomes a powerful productivity tool. This means one person, armed with AI, can suddenly do the work that used to require 3, 5, or even 10 people. And that's where the real disruption comes from. The demand for a large number of people in these specific roles will likely decrease because each individual becomes so much more efficient. Every other headline seems to scream about robots making us obsolete. But I'm here to bring you some seriously good news. If you take a closer look, you'll see that many jobs are actually much safer than you think. In fact, the future of work isn't about being replaced. It's about being enhanced. So, what's the secret sauce? What makes a job AI-proof? It all comes down to the uniquely human skills that no algorithm can replicate. I'm talking about things like creativity, genuine human connection, critical thinking, and ethical judgment. Think about it. Can an AI truly understand a student's frustration and inspire them like a great teacher? Can it offer the same empathy and personalized care as a dedicated healthcare professional? The list of resilient careers is long and growing. We're talking about teachers, nurses, doctors, and therapists who build relationships and trust. We have engineers, designers, and researchers whose jobs are all about innovative problem-solving and thinking outside the box. Even managers who lead teams and foster a positive culture rely on interpersonal skills that are deeply human. And let's not forget the skilled trades, plumbers, electricians, carpenters. Their physical presence and hands-on expertise are irreplaceable. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what about the tech industry itself? Surely they're automating their own jobs away. Not so fast. Take software engineers, for example. They aren't being replaced. Instead, their tools are getting incredibly powerful. AI is becoming the ultimate assistant, helping them write code faster, debug more efficiently, and focus on the high-level architecture and creative problem-solving aspects of their work. This is the real story of AI in the workplace. It's not a monster coming to take your job. It's a powerful tool that helps professionals work faster and smarter. It automates the tedious, repetitive tasks, freeing us up to do what we do best: innovate, connect, and think critically. The future isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines, achieving more than we ever could alone. It feels like every day there's a new AI tool that can write, code, or create art better and faster than we can. It's easy to feel a little intimidated, maybe even obsolete. But I am here to tell you something that might sound completely backward. The rise of AI is actually making human skills more valuable than ever before. It's a paradox, but it's true. Think about it this way. AI is incredibly powerful. It can analyze massive datasets, generate 100 different solutions to a problem in seconds, and execute tasks with flawless precision. But here's the catch. AI doesn't understand context like a human does. It doesn't have intuition, it can't feel empathy, and it certainly can't take responsibility for its decisions. That's where we come in. So, what are these super valuable human skills? First up, problem solving and critical thinking. AI can give you 1,000 different options, but it's a human who has to look at the situation, understand the nuances, and choose the right option. It's about asking the right questions, not just typing in a command. Next is communication. In a world full of AI-generated noise, being able to clearly articulate your ideas, persuade others, and build relationships is a superpower. You need to be the human connection that brings teams together and explains complex ideas in a simple, relatable way. And let's not forget creativity and adaptability. AI can generate variations on existing ideas, but true, groundbreaking creativity comes from the human mind. It comes from connecting seemingly unrelated concepts, from having that aha moment in the shower. And as the world changes faster and faster, our ability to adapt, learn new things, and pivot our strategies will be what keeps us ahead of the curve. Finally, there's domain knowledge. You need to know your field inside and out to even know what to ask the AI. Your expertise provides the essential context that AI lacks. So you see, AI isn't a replacement for us. It's a tool, a very powerful co-pilot. In this new world, Knowing what to ask is far more important than knowing what to type. The future isn't about competing with AI. It's about leveraging it with our uniquely human skills. So if you're a student, what should you actually do? It's not about predicting the future perfectly, it's about being prepared for it. First things first, build a rock-solid foundation. I'm talking about the timeless skills: math, logic, clear writing, and sharp reasoning. These are the building blocks of critical thinking, and no AI can replace that. They are your intellectual Swiss Army knife, useful in any field, no matter how much it changes. Next, you need to learn how AI actually works. Don't just be a user who knows how to type a prompt. Dig a little deeper. Understand the basic principles behind it, and more importantly, understand its limitations. Knowing what AI can't do is just as valuable as knowing what it can. This knowledge will help you spot opportunities where human skills are irreplaceable. Now let's get practical. The best way to learn is by doing. Get your hands dirty with projects, dive into case studies, and tackle real-world examples. This is where you develop true problem-solving skills. Use AI as a powerful tool in your toolbox, not as a shortcut that does the thinking for you. Think of it as a collaborator. Learn with AI, not instead of learning. Use it to brainstorm, to get feedback, or to automate tedious tasks so you can focus on the bigger picture. One of the most important things to remember is to stay adaptable. The career you start in might look completely different in 10 years, and that's okay. The skills you're building now, problem-solving, critical thinking, adaptability, are transferable. They'll serve you well no matter which direction your career path takes. You don't need a crystal ball. You just need to be flexible and ready to learn new things. The biggest mistake people make right now is thinking in extremes. You hear it all the time. AI will replace everyone, or AI won't change a thing. Both of those statements are wrong. The truth, as it usually is somewhere in the middle. AI isn't just eliminating jobs. It's fundamentally changing how work gets done. It automates repetitive tasks, which reshapes existing roles and actually increases the demand for uniquely human skills like creativity, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking. So the people who ignore AI might find themselves struggling to keep up. But the people who understand it, who learn how to leverage it wisely, are the ones who are going to thrive. The future belongs to those who are continuous learners, who think critically, and who can adapt quickly to new challenges and new tools. Let me put it this way. AI isn't your replacement, but someone who knows how to use AI effectively? They might be. Your goal is to be that person. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more content to help you navigate the future of work. Thanks for watching.